What's going on, guys? Kmess here for the Birds vs. Boys Dallas Cowboys quick Monday morning quarterback reaction. If you saw my instant reaction to the Dallas Cowboys loss against Arizona that came out on Sunday night, obviously I was not into it. I was not happy. It was 2 minutes long, and I just wanted to be left alone. So I wanted to break down the game just really quick. I'm not going to go too deep into it because we all saw it. Make sure you check out my Michael Gallup injury video as well. Just a quick 7-minute update about how I felt about the injury, what it means to Michael Gallup and the Dallas Cowboys now, and what it means to Michael Gallup and the Dallas Cowboys moving forward as he becomes a free agent. So Dallas Cowboys lose 25-22 at home on Sunday, America's game of the week, with a chance to move up in seeding, a chance to go 12-4, and they completely laid an egg. They were dominated in every facet of this game. The Cardinals controlled the game, and it happened from the jump. Yes, it was a 25-22 game. There was a fumble that wasn't called a fumble that should have been a fumble that would have given the Cowboys a chance to go down the field and tie it, if or not win it. But the game really didn't feel even that close. The offense looked putrid. They couldn't move the ball. The offensive line was getting wrecked all game. Budda Baker had Dak Prescott confused. I don't think I've ever seen a game with more batted balls down, especially batted balls from safeties, corners, and linebackers. It really just was, it was unbelievable. So the offense looked bad. The running game was non-existent. Pollard and Zeke combined for 20 yards, maybe. And then the passing game didn't look any better than that. Before the Washington game, Maury Cooper came out and said, "Feed me, give me the ball. I want to be involved." They did that in the Washington game, and then they didn't do that in this game. Yes, he had 7 targets. He had some drops, but he also had a couple balls that were skipped to him by Dak Prescott. I didn't understand the game plan. There was a point in this game where deep into the game, both Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb both had 1 catch for 9 yards each. And then Michael Gallup goes out. He has the unbelievable touchdown catch, but gets injured. And then Cedric Wilson comes in and has a good second half, has the touchdown catch that sparked the offense a little bit. But this was an Arizona defense that was missing 2 of their starting outside linebackers, both their starting cornerbacks. They had a right tackle that was missing. James Conner didn't play. Their rookie receiver didn't play. They still didn't have DeAndre Hopkins. Kyler Murray did not do Kyler Murray things until really the end of the game of the drive, where he kind of took over the game running, and you lost at home in a game where the Cowboys said all week that this was a statement game. This was a game, where they were going to show the country. You didn't show the country anything, but that you're the same old Dallas Cowboys. And then at the end of the game, they come out, all the players talking about how they got screwed by the refs and how they had to play against the Cardinals and the refs. And, in the playoffs, they're going to have to do the same thing. I tweeted it. I can't stand that. Okay. You lost. Yes, there were some questionable calls, but that's happening in every game against every team this year. The refereeing, we know this, has been abysmal all season long. That's not the main reason why the Dallas Cowboys lost this game. The Dallas Cowboys lost this game, one, because Greg Zuerlein missed a field goal again. And I'm sure that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and Mike McCarthy are going to come out and talk on 105.3 The Fan and press conferences saying that they have confidence in the kicker and blah, blah, blah. It's bullshit. I can't wait for Greg Zuerlein to be off this team. To miss the 41-yarder to start off the game like that, putrid. And then the offense, like I said, the first down play calling, those screens out to the side that should have been a pick six by Budda Baker, confused me. Dak Prescott looking like he's unable to read the defense, looked confused. Budda Baker said after the game, we knew we had to disguise to get him confused, and they did. The drops, there were several drops. Amari Cooper dropped. CD did not have a drop, excuse me. Ezekiel Elliot had drops. Tony Pollard right in the chest with a drop. Those kind of things cannot happen. The offensive line getting wrecked absolutely all game. Chandler Jones just running through Tyron Smith at times. And then the defense not being able to get off the field on third down. This was one of the best defenses on third down stops all season long. and they just let them continuously convert almost at 50% on each of the scoring drives for Arizona. They let up a 3rd and 9, a 3rd and 8, a 3rd and 7, a 3rd and 3, and a 3rd and 9 again, I believe. They had chances on every single Arizona scoring drive to get off the field on 3rd down, and they failed to do it. They didn't get any turnovers, and we know that this defense lives and dies by turnovers, leading the league in them. Jaron Kearse had a chance to intercept it in the end zone. You have to make that pick. That's a swing in momentum, a swing in actual points there, because they were able to get 3. So there were just so many things. And then the Mike McCarthy having to call the timeout early in the second half when it was 4th down. Arizona put the kicker out there and Kyler Murray. The defense was confused, had to call a timeout, wasted it, and then you didn't have that timeout with 2 minutes and 6 seconds left to be able to call the timeout, review the fumble, possibly get the ball and have a chance to go down and tie it or score. In a game like this where the Dallas Cowboys had a chance to put a stranglehold on the NFC, have a chance to really show the country, show the NFL who they are and that they are going to go deep in the playoffs, have a chance at the 2 seed, possibly a chance at the 1 seed, and they completely blew it. Now it seems as though they're pretty much locked in the 4 seed, which means even if they win that game at home, then they're going to have to probably go to Lambeau, only having 1 home game. And we know the difference usually that this team shows at home and on the road. Having more than 1 home game in the playoffs was going to be very crucial for this team to go on a run. And now, I mean, it's very possible that it's a rematch of this game in the first round of the playoffs, with the Cardinals coming back to AT&T Stadium, where Kyler Murray has never lost, and Arizona probably being at much more full strength, having their right tackle back, having their corners back, having their outside linebackers back, having James Conner back, having the receiver back, possibly having DeAndre Hopkins back, probably not. But I mean, you just lost to a depleted Arizona team, a team where there were sources in that building saying they were afraid the Dallas Cowboys were going to kick their ass, and you lost. And now you might have to face this team again in 2 weeks. I hope Dak Prescott and this entire team just stays in the film room and does nothing but watch Arizona film. Now, there are scenarios where the Cowboys can still, move up. As of right now, Green Bay is locked into the 1 seed. They're 13-3. The Rams are 12-4 in the 2 seed. Tampa Bay 12-4 in the 3 seed. Then Dallas at the 4 seed, 11-5. Arizona at the 6, 11-6. San Francisco 9-7 at the 6, and then Philly is 9-7 as well, locked in to the playoffs. It's funny that Philly's the 7 seed and they've clinched, but San Francisco's the 6 seed, has not clinched, and San Francisco also beat Philly. It's just very confusing. But there is scenarios where Dallas could still move up. There's a scenario where the 49ers don't make the playoffs. If the Niners, Philly, and Saints all finish, the Niners would go home. Philly would be 6. The Saints would be 7. There's still a chance where Arizona can win the division. The Rams would then move into the wild card. Arizona would move up to the 3. Rams would be the 5. So there's still a scenario where Dallas could move up to the 2. It's just, there's a lot going forward, but chances are the Dallas Cowboys will be the 4 seed. We will see what happens on Saturday night when they go to Philadelphia. Yes, that's Saturday night. They moved this game to the night game on Saturday. We'll see how Dallas plays this. We'll see how Philly plays this. Philly still has a chance, like I said, to move up to the 6th seed. If they win, Niners lose. So there's still a lot that can happen. But my feeling is chances are Dallas is going to be the 4 seed. Chances are they're going to play Arizona or the Rams, neither of which, you really want to play. You'd much rather play maybe San Francisco, maybe Philadelphia. But you lost the game at home where you had a chance to move up. And that's just very typical Dallas Cowboys. So I will get more into the playoff scenarios and seedings with Aiden when we have our full episode this week that will drop on Thursday, heading into week 18. Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles. This is what this podcast is for, right? Birds versus boys, week 18. Both teams in the playoffs, but seeding possibly on the line. So we'll see if it's, the Cooper Rush Gardner Minshew show, or if both teams play their starters. We'll get into that on the full episode this week, episode 98, that will drop on Thursday. But make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel right here. You can catch all the videos like this. I do reaction pods after the Cowboys games. Aiden does after the Eagles games. We also do quick breaking news type videos. Like I said, check out my Michael Gallup video that dropped. And then subscribe to our podcast network. Wherever you listen to your podcasts, we're found there. Apple, Google, Spotify. We even have video on Spotify. And then follow us on social media. Birds vs. Boys Pod on Twitter, on Instagram. I am Kmess22 on Twitter. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the content that we put out, make sure you tell your friends, tell your family. This is a full NFL podcast. We talk about all the teams. We do weekly TikToks where we rank players, fantasy, teams. But then we also have the focus, obviously, on the Cowboys and the Eagles and the overall NFC. So Cowboys lose 25-22. It was a gut-wrenching loss, but all their goals are still ahead of them. They're in the playoffs. They won the division. What do they do moving forward? And I'll touch all on that on the next episode of Birds vs. Boys that will drop this Thursday. Go Cowboys.
Chris Hansen here, and I'm going to need you all to take a seat right over there and check out Birds vs. Boys.
I think you're completely right here, and I hate it.
Yep. Hey, idiots. Stop doing dumb things. I got 2 phones. Upset alert. Upset alert. I might go insane.
I think you're already there. There's no hope. Hope is gone.
If this was an AFC North podcast, we'd be done in 15 minutes.
Bob Hope.
I'm going to drink bleach. That is
the team you promised me you were going to be this year.
This is the Consciously Hopeful podcast.
I'll be watching.